As the sun began its descent over the hills of Galilee, a multitude had gathered, thousands upon thousands, drawn by the words of one man. They had traveled from distant villages, forgetting food, forgetting rest, hungry not only in body but in spirit. For hours he had spoken to them of hope, of mercy, of a kingdom not of this world. And they had listened, captivated, even as their stomachs ached and the evening drew near. But now the shadows grew long, and the people were weary. 5,000 men, and with them women and children, a sea of souls, far from home, with nothing to eat. And Jesus looked upon them, not as a crowd, but as his children, and his heart was moved with compassion. His disciples came to him, their faces drawn with worry. "Master," they said, "send the people away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves food." But Jesus answered them, "They need not depart. Give them something to eat." The disciples exchanged bewildered glances. 200 denarii worth of bread would not be enough for each of them to have even a little, Philip protested. The task seemed impossible. Then Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up, though his voice carried more doubt than hope. "There is a boy here." From the midst of the multitude came a boy, small, humble, his hands barely large enough to hold the basket he carried. In it lay 5 barley loaves and 2 small fish. "But what are these among so many?" Andrew murmured. But Jesus knelt before the child, and with a warmth that stilled every doubt, he took the humble offering. In that moment, the smallest gift became the greatest. He looked into the boy's eyes and smiled, a smile that said, "This is enough. You are enough." Then Jesus took the loaves, and lifting his eyes to heaven, he gave thanks. And he broke the bread, and as he broke it, it did not diminish. It grew, piece after piece, loaf after loaf, beyond all reason, beyond all nature. The disciples stood in holy awe, watching the impossible unfold before their very eyes. What had been scarcity became abundance. The heavens themselves seemed to open, blessing not only the food, but every soul who witnessed this sacred moment. And the disciples distributed the food to all who were seated, as much as they wanted. Every hand was filled. Children laughed as they ate. Families who had known hunger now knew fullness. Strangers shared with strangers, and sorrow turned to joy. Across the hillside, the miracle rippled outward. Not just bread and fish, but hope and wonder passed from hand to hand. And the boy who had given everything sat among them, his heart full, knowing that his small offering had fed a multitude. When all had eaten and were satisfied, Jesus said, "Gather up the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost." And they gathered them up, 12 baskets full of fragments. 12 baskets from 5 loaves and 2 fish. More remained than had begun. The crowd rested, their bodies nourished, their spirits renewed. A holy stillness settled over the hillside. And Jesus stood among them, the shepherd watching over his flock, and in his eyes was the quiet certainty that with faith, even the smallest seed can move mountains.